I found my wife's creepy hobby project that tracks who is likely to cheat with our neighbors, but it just got to a whole new level by putting her undergarments on their houses. My wife has always loved trashy movies and shows about infidelities, and she eats up true crime about spouses unaliving their cheating partners, too. She just says something about it, which makes her morbidly fascinated. In her words, well, a couple of months back, we had a scandal in our neighborhood where a married couple in the neighborhood divorced because the husband cheated. No, there wasn't unalive or anything like that, but she became obsessed with learning every detail from every neighbor. No matter the occasion, be it a baby shower or cookout, she would bring it up, hoping there would be any new information. I stumbled on the board in her home office a month later. I was cleaning and found a massive bulletin board facing away, leaning up against the wall. Curiosity got the better of me, and I turned it around to find a literal effing conspiracy board of all our neighbors' pictures with lines of yarn connecting each other like the effing Pepe Sylvia meme. I was totally confused and asked where this was, and she told me it was a hobby she had started recently where she would track rumors or likely candidates for cheating on the board. The yarn represented who was possibly cheating with whom. She had clearly gotten all the images on Facebook or some social media and printed them out, and she even had a few sticky notes with details. I told her this was creepy and insane, and she said maybe if I was doing it as a man, but she was just having harmless fun as a hobby, and she wouldn't be crazy and try to oust anyone based on rumors. She just likes feeling like a detective. She told me to view it like a creative art piece. I was still super weirded out, but I let it go or tried. I thought about it a lot. Well, every now and then, I admit to checking the board when cleaning, but just a couple of days ago, I looked to see that I was on the board with a yarn attached to a neighbor's wife I'm casual friends with. I asked her why she would add me if she thought I was cheating, and she said that was a different yarn color for potential matches for cheating. She said if it made me feel better, she would plan on adding herself to the board soon. Well, I got pissed and kind of lost my temper about it. I told her to get rid of the board, or our marriage will be in trouble. Things have been super rocky since. Update, I approached her and told her that while I may have overreacted by threatening our marriage, I think it is a creepy thing to do. She apologized and said she would get rid of the board. I thought we were good. Literally 2 days later. 2 days later, poop hits the fan. Our happily married next door neighbor finds a woman's bra under the bed that does not belong to her. It doesn't take long for the whole neighborhood to find out. My wife is giddy, like jumping up and down for joy. She showed me the board, which she still didn't trash like she promised, and of course, the husband was marked with yarn, meaning he was likely to cheat. She told me the board was accurate after all, and maybe she should keep her hobby around. I was definitely suspicious, so I looked at the board again later. It looked different from the last time I saw it before the latest scandal. Instead of the yarn connecting to another neighbor, the cheating husband's yarn connected to a post-it with a question mark. Firstly, it was the only question mark there, and I swore it wasn't there the last time I saw the board. So either she changed it after the cheating to prove a point or slightly before it happened, which made me even more suspicious either way. Now, I felt like I was the detective, and I was going crazy. I went over to the cheating husbands to ask a few questions. The wife was staying with her parents, so it was just the two of us. I asked him if he actually did it, and he said he would never. Then I asked if my wife had been over recently. He said one day, while you were at work, his wife asked her to water a plant. They had while they were both away and told her where the key was. So yes, I immediately raised an eyebrow. I asked if he still had the bra, and he was getting nervous. He told me not to get the wrong idea. I said don't worry, he still had the bra, and I looked at it. It was my wife's, but I knew she almost never wore it because it was from a lingerie set I bought her one Christmas, which she said was uncomfortable. I told my neighbor I needed to talk to my wife and ran out, but I told him not to worry. I approached her with the bra and asked her what was going on. She played stupidly, but I told her to cut the BS. I asked if she had either cheated on me with him or planted it there. Either way, she was in trouble. She confessed to planting the bra and said it was to make me admit her hobby was valid or something. I flipped on her. I said this was worse than her cheating on me because instead of ruining just our marriage, she ruined our neighbors and ours. I demanded she call the wife and admit to everything, even sending pictures of the board. I even showed the Reddit post, which actually helped convince her my wife had planted it rather than cheated with her husband. Well, they made up, but now I have no idea what to do. I am barely speaking to my wife, and it will only be a matter of time before the entire neighborhood figures this out. I seriously need advice.